So with the chest press, we want to use our other arm to bring the kettlebell into position, and then try and keep your hand so it's above the elbow. So what you're trying to do is keep the wrist vertical throughout. So as you begin your press, you try and push your shoulder blade down to the floor and try and keep it there, and then press straight up. And then you want your hand to finish above your shoulder. So there's a tendency for us to sometimes want to get it to finishing above our eyes, but then it's quite stressful on the shoulder. So you want it directly above so you can use your skeleton to support it. So there is as close to a resting position as you can get it. And then again, when you bring it down, you think about coming back to your start position. So elbow in close to your body, and then again pressing straight up, trying to keep that shoulder blade flat on the floor. Right, so in terms of volume of these, I am doing sets of 8 on these, but if you can do 10, that's great. If you can do 12, that's good. If you can do 3 sets of 12, then you should probably be starting to look towards a heavier bell. So the absolute maximum will be, say, 15 reps. But yeah, I mean, what you really want is when you get to the sort of the penultimate rep on the first 2 sets should be almost your last one. So if you try and peak too soon and try and force out a whole load of reps on the first one, it might mean that you won't get any out on the second set. So try and make sure that you feel like you could do 1 or 2 reps on the first set, and then it should become harder as you then do the second and the third set. But again, with these, in terms of technique, remember we're trying to keep that forearm perpendicular to the floor or vertical. And again, the hand finishes above the shoulder. So there's often a tendency to want to put the hand in front of your eyes, but that's not the way the shoulder is. And again, with these ones, try and lift them over your body. If you lift it over your head and you drop it, that's expensive dentistry. And again, think about as you press, try and keep that shoulder blade flat into the floor. You're trying to fully straighten your arm out every time. Start position is elbow by your ribs, and then push that shoulder blade into the floor as you then press up. And a sure sign of fatigue would be when your arm starts to wobble and you're finding it hard to stabilize it. That's probably indicating that's your last rep. So, and as well as this, you probably start to notice that you've got a weaker arm. So it's always a good idea, if you can remember, to try and start with a weaker arm first and then balance up on the other side. Right, so last set on each arm. Remember your watch points, trying to keep the shoulder blade pushed down into the mat. And again, getting a nice straight arm at the finish, trying to keep the wrist vertical throughout. So as you can see, these really should start to become a bit of a struggle. If it's too easy, then you probably need a heavier weight. So, yeah, chest presses.
How many days are you doing?
3 sets.
Mm-hmm.